I used to think wealth was bloody, that it flowed from father to child the way a name does. I was wrong. My name is Damilola. I am one of the triplets people once envied, before the house felt silent and the gates were locked forever. This is the story of how we destroyed what we thought was ours. Our mansion sat majestically at the city center, luxury at its peak. We were raised to believe that our father built it all, that his hands carved our future, that the cars, the land, the companies, everything belongs to him. Everything belonged to our father. And of course, they belong to us. My mother reminded us every day. She would say to us, "You are not ordinary children. You are heirs. You children were born into greatness. Never ever forget that." "So everything here belongs to us?" asked Damilare, my brother. "Of course, darling. Everything here belongs to your father, and everything your father owns all belongs to you, darling." That was the first lie we were raised on. That was the first lie we were told. And so, myself, my sister Darasimi, and my brother Damilare, we thought that we could do anything that we want. We thought that everything we wanted, we must get. We thought that the whole world was under our feet. We felt like there was no need to put too much effort. After all, our father already did the work. We are just here to enjoy our lives. So, we disrespected the house staffs, the cleaners, the maids, the cooks, the gateman. We felt like they were underneath our feet and we could treat them anyhow we want because our father is a freaking millionaire and nobody's going to stop us. Even outside the homes, at the malls, my brother speaks to girls anyhow, and I slap any boy who thinks they can just walk up to me and talk to me. Duh, do they even know who I am? I am Damilola Adebayo, and no ordinary man can walk up to me and wants to woo me. My sister Dara is more reserved, not that she's better than any of us, but then she's more quiet and reserved than the two of us. We don't attend lectures. We don't go to classes. I mean, what's the need? There is no need. My father just won't let us rest if we don't go to school. That's why we go to school. So we go to the most expensive clubs in town and we spend money lavishly. We are the big money spenders. What else can we do with our lives than spend our father's money? I mean, he's already done the work. We are heirs, and we were born into greatness. We will be great, and we will spend our father's money. Months later, Uncle Ade, the family drunk, visited us, and we all know he was a drunk. There was no need to respect him at all. Who the hell does he think he is? He's just a leech. He's just a parasite. He has come to beg money again. Look at him. Uncle Ade looked at Damilare and I. We looked at him nonchalantly, and then he said, "Didn't you children see me?" We were like, "We see you. Good afternoon." He got very angry and said, "What do you mean? Is it me you're greeting like that?" And he faces our mother and said, "Did you see how your children are greeting me? Did they not see me?" "Oh, Uncle Ade, you know these children of nowadays now, eh? Just let them be. They are still children. They are still very young." "What do you mean they are very young? These grown-ass children is what you are calling very young. Does that mean they should not respect their elders?" Then Darasimi looked at him and said, "Elder my foot. Did you not come here to come and beg for money?" "What? Is it me you are telling that I came to? This is my brother's house. What do you mean? These spoiled children. Is this how you are treating your children?" Then I said, "Oh, yes. This is our father's house, and we are the owner of everything that you see here. You better collect everything you want to collect from your brother, because you will not see a dime from us." "Oh, now I see that you were not informed. You people think you are the only children of your father. You don't know that you have an older sister, a well-trained, well-groomed, beautiful young woman. She's not like you. You spoiled children. She's going to come and she will take charge of this house as the firstborn that she is. And you will all stop this nonsense that you're doing." "What do you mean? What are you even saying?" "Mom, what is he talking about?" asked Dari. "That's not funny. What do you even mean?" said Dara. The mother stiffens. The uncle laughs. "I see you've not been told the story. Don't worry, you will soon find out." Then the uncle left. That was the first time we heard of Moriah, our older sister. Then, the story of Moriah. She was our father's first child, born of a woman who owned everything we lived on. The woman died when Moriah was just 2 years old, leaving all her wealth, not to her husband, but to her child, Moriah. Our father, broken by a grief, is sent the girl away to live with his relatives, coupled with the fact that he doesn't even know how to raise a child. And few months later, he married our mother. Oh, how we hated Moriah. We've never even met her yet. Yet, we hated her with a deep sense of hatred because our existence meant something terrifying. Our inheritance was in jeopardy. So we were ready for all. We waited patiently. Mariah arrived quietly. No noise, no pride, no fear. She was beautiful in a way that didn't beg for attention. Calm, observant, too composed for someone we intended to break. My mother smiled at her with poison behind her teeth. Welcome, she said. This is your home now. You must feel very lucky. But Mariah was ready. She knew she was coming here to fight a war she doesn't even know how it started. But yet, she was ready. She knew she had to fight, or she would be crushed. I don't need luck. I just want peace. But peace evaded her as soon as she steps into the house. Dara whispered, she thinks she belongs here. Don't mind her. She's going to regret ever coming into this house, I said. And so the war started. Mariah's clothes accidentally ruined. Her food salty. False accusations. Village girl, you stole my money. I didn't. Yes, you did. You liar. You thief, said Damilari and Dorasimi simultaneously. But she wasn't surprised, and she wasn't angry. She saw through them all. Mariah sees how her siblings treated the housemates, the housekeepers, but then she just looks on. She just observes them all. One morning, the maid greeted them. Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma. Tara looked up irritated. Why are you talking too early? Did I ask for your greeting? The maid freezes. Milola pointed at the table. Look at this dust. Cleaned it this morning, said the maid. Then clean it again. That's what we'll pay you for. Moments later, the cook dishes out the food. She said to Damilari, your favorite, sir. Less oil. Damilari tasted it and made a face. And without warning, pushes the plate away and said, why does it taste like poverty? The cook kneels down immediately. I'm so sorry, sir. I will do it. No, don't. You have to taste it too. Maybe that's how you do it in your house. Damilola said, she dares not. I bet she never tasted anything this good in her life. Mrs. Adebayo enters. She takes everything in, but she does nothing. She faces the cook and said, clean this mess and be grateful you still have your job. And she turned to her children and said, don't throw yourself with servant's mistake. They laughed. So they dressed up to go to school. But there was traffic and they were stuck in it. A fruit teller approached the car cautiously and said, please, buy my fruit. Darasimi rolled down the windscreen and said, get away. Your poverty might stay in the car. She throws money on the ground and said, pick it up. Isn't that what you guys do best? Beggars. The seller hesitated, feeling humiliated, but eventually picks up the money. Damilola brings out her phone and started recording. We ended up skipping classes and eventually went to the club at night. We wasted money like it was air, never knowing it wasn't ours to breathe. Their father sat alone in the living room in the midnight, trying to sort out some old documents. He watches as his children stumbles in drunk. He looked at them hopelessly. He said with a tired voice, you're wasting your life away. Damilari smiled sweetly and said, relax, steady. We are going to inherit yours anyways. Father flinches. The children walked past him and went into their bedroom. Father just sits there in the living room, looking tired and pale. That night was the night I realized he was tired. There was fear in his face, but we were too drunk on arrogance to notice. One afternoon, the living room was alive. A young maid accidentally bumps into Damilola, spilling juice on the floor. The maid said, startled, I'm sorry, miss. Damilola roared, are you blind? The maid kneels down instantly. Sheikh, do you know how much these rugs cost? Do you know how much my clothes cost? Now start wiping the floor with your clothes. The entire family started laughing. Damilare yelled impatiently, you're dripping tears all over the floor again. Are you dumb, stupid, or you're just dramatic? Mrs. Adebayo enters and asked why there was so much noise in the sitting room. Dara said, she spilled the juice on the floor. Mrs. Adebayo looked at the maid scornfully and said, if you can't control your aunt, go back to the village you came from. Raya steps forward and said, she said she was sorry. Damilola looked up and said, who asked you? Mariah said, no one. Cruelty doesn't need a permission. The mother's eyes sharpened and said, Mariah, mind your place. Oh, I am minding my place. The maid looked at Mariah like she was seeing sunlight for the first time. Mariah leaves without another word. Mother was very angry at Mariah. She went into her room and told her, how dare you, Mariah? How dare you disrespect me like that? Your father is going to hear of this disrespectful attitude of yours. And you will leave this house. You are going to leave this house for me and my children. Who do you think you are? I know all your games. I know all your plans. I will not bow to you, she said to my mother. My mother gave her a resounding slap. You will respect me in my house, she said. This house was never yours, retorted Mariah. And from then on, the war became extremely fierce and dangerous. I won't excuse what happened next, but I will confess it. My mother wanted Mariah broken, silenced, disgraced, shamed. She said words that still rings in my ear. She said, once she's ruined, no one will listen to her. A plan was made. Men were contacted. Men that will break her. Men that would destroy her future. On a lonely stretch of road, Mariah steps out of the cab confused, looking at the address in her hand. This isn't where I'm supposed to be. This isn't the address I was given. But before she could continue, men came out and started dragging her. A hand clamped her mouth. She struggled. The world became chaos. Feet dragging, breath stolen, the night swallowing her scream. In an abandoned room, one man told her, don't fight it. Mariah looked shaken. She said, you got the wrong person. No, we didn't. You are Mariah, aren't you? Mariah's breath caught in her throat. Who sent you to do this to me? Who do you think? The man responded. Mariah was defiled, assaulted, and broken. Suddenly the door burst open. A security light flooded the room. Freeze! Police! The men scattered. Only the leader was apprehended. He was taken away to the police station. The police officer told Mariah, you're safe now. Don't be afraid. Mariah didn't respond. Her eyes were open, but they were empty. Damilare and I had contacted the police to stop the assault on Mariah, but we were too late. One of the men had gotten to her. We were too late, whined Damilare. We were too late. I said, I'm so sorry, Damilare. We tried our best, but he wouldn't be consoled. It felt like he suddenly grew a conscience overnight. Detective told Mariah, we caught one of the men. He confessed. This will break your heart. Stepmother and your siblings sent them. Mariah nodded slowly. Oh, was all she said. The police officer told her, Mariah, do not worry. We will protect you. Mariah looked at her and said, you cannot protect me from my family. In Mariah's room, Mrs. Adebayo entered and told her, wayward girl, where have you been? Mariah looked up
I
at
know
her
what
and
you
said,
did,
I know what you
and God
did.
knows
And
too.
God knows as well. Oh, please. It's not like anybody will believe you. The police has been silenced, so there is nothing that you can do about it. But Mr. Adebayo was in the hallway. He heard everything. That his wife spoke to his daughter. He felt ashamed. He felt like a failure. He couldn't protect his daughter in his own house. Right under his nose, they hurt his daughter. The father sat in the sitting room, soliloquizing. What have I allowed? How can I let this happen? He collapsed into a chair. How? I have failed my daughter, he said. I have never seen a man age so fast. He became sick. He became heartbroken. Mariah got pregnant that night. She gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. She called her Boluwatife. My father called us. He called all of us, including Mariah. Then he looked at our mother and said, you are not my children.
You
At
lie!
least, not
They
the way
are
you
your
think. My
children!
mother stood up and roared, you lie! You are their father and they are your children. But he didn't even look at her. He said, everything I have belongs to Mariah. Because it all belonged to her mother, and her mother willed it to her. We were dumbfounded. That day, he wrote his will. Everything goes back